episode 5.
Can you believe it's 5?
I was just about to say that.
Wait, that means it's been over a month now.
Hey, consistency. Consistency. Hey. 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 Hey.
Okay, alright, so I am presenting the bagels today. We have not been here yet, and I'm just like, why? Haven't we been here? It's the bagel
confused. World. It's Bagel City, bish.
Bag sits. Like, Einstein Bros.
Yep.
There are several on campus. I am on campus all the time.
Yes. Oh, I think I saw that when I looked it up.
And then there's one further away, but it's like, why haven't we been?
We literally walk in.
And there's a bagel wall.
A bagel wall of all the bagels that they have.
And we're like, why?
I've had them in the past. They were brought to school once.
I've never had them.
But I've never been inside one, I don't think.
Well, I was like in heaven, bagel heaven, when I walked in.
Well, we were already in bagel heaven looking them up on the website.
Right.
We were like, oh my gosh.
When we walked in and saw the case of them.
Sponsor us.
Yeah. So we got a half dozen. We ate a bagel yesterday. And they were fire.
I had a salt.
I had a jalapeno cheddar. And today I'm having a jalapeno bacon.
Wow. And I'm having a 6 cheese.
And we just talked about how much we love cheese last.
Do you see the shine of that cheese?
That looks like it reminds me of something.
Like a cheesy garlic bread?
Yeah, cheesy garlic bread.
Oh, yes.
Save that for last.
It was a half dozen, and it came with,
the prices there are insane. It's
yeah,
like,
really good. They have an upcharge for gourmet bagels, but worth it.
Duh. I'd be paying the extra charge, 80 cents.
Yeah. Take my money. Next time, I'm totally gonna try like the avocado bagel sandwich.
Oh yeah, the bagel sandwiches there look fire too.
That's kind of a lot, but what can you do?
I thought you put it on like as you go.
Sometimes, but
I love how
I think I'm gonna go to town today, so.
I love how like crisp and like thin, but not too thin. Cause I don't like a thick bagel, cause it's like too much bread, and we know what carbs do. Hip City.
Hip City, bish.
Hip City, bish. And mine are slimming down, and I don't want to revert back to my big hips. Immaculate.
Wait, they're fluffy too, like the tops. Our dad got a hash brown bagel.
Did he say it was good?
I think when we asked yesterday, everybody loved theirs.
Mom got a apple cinnamon. Is that right? She wanted to get a cinnamon sugar, but they were out. But I think she is happy with her choice for sure.
This bottom one is like a crunchy, and this one's gonna be Fluff City.
Moment of silence for the crunch here in a second. 3, 2, 1.
Malt. Oh, I forgot a napkin. Can you split yours?
I'll just get you one.
Well, then I'll dive into what we did this past weekend. I had a huge market in Nashville, and it was
awesome.
It was so good. The whole family went. It was a fun little road trip. It was a 2-day market, and I couldn't be happier with the whole weekend. Everything from the setup to the actual market was just awesome. It was so nice to not have to worry about like hurrying with setup, because we got there with plenty of time, and I got to do all my content and Instagram posts and just kind of chill and take it all in and check out some other vendors that were there. So yeah, but then
you know what my favorite part was? The food. Well,
the food was lit and the drinks were lit.
Helping you comes first. That was fun.
Thank you.
But the food, your girl's gonna take a break to get the food in the food trucks.
Yes.
And they were freaking lit.
So good. Do you remember the names?
I got the Well, okay. I think the first food truck I went to was the Nashville Chicken and Waffles.
Mm-hmm.
And your girl went really, really hot on the heat.
Oh my gosh.
Nashville hot chicken.
That was burning my gums.
It was good, but my mouth did not like it. But I ate it anyway. Mom helped me.
I just got a really good bite.
We were off the bottom piece.
Yeah, it was like a really crunchy, like.
Mine's plain on
Look
the
at that.
bottom.
That's
I
like
haven't
crunchy
gotten to the
cheese
flavor.
right there. Okay.
I
I also got fruit here. Who am I?
Yay!
Shout out Ingles.
Ingles.
Got some peaches, pears. I don't think I've
We.
ever held a pear.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever held a pear. Nice.
We checked out a new, well not new, but new to us, grocery store called Ingles. It's huge, like a mile long. It feels like it stretches so long.
And it's so organized.
Yeah, the organization is immaculate. And they have like a salad bar, a soup bar, a wing bar, a salad, or fruit bar.
So good.
The options
This
are
is really
endless.
good. And this cream cheese fruit dip is so good.
Mm-hmm. You've had it before because when we get like platters of fruit,
I know, but
we get like,
you know me, I don't have fruit that often, so
what is fruit? I don't think I've had.
I need to start eating better.
Yeah, I am, but you are on that journey with me now.
I'm on the journey.
On the journey. Anyway, back to the food trucks because can't get my mind off the food.
Back to the food that's not so good for you, but really good.
Wait, hold on, let me check. So yeah, the Nashville hot chicken, so good, but your girl needed like 3 bottles of water as I was eating it. And the waffle was so good too, sprinkled with powdered sugar, fluffy, the syrup.
Syrup.
Is it syrup or syrup? Please tell me it's syrup, people.
Syrup.
Syrup.
Team syrup.
Team syrup. So that was food truck number 1, I think, right? I think that was the first one. And then the next day, they had a empanada truck. I've had empanadas before when I was in Puerto Rico, and I knew I'd love it, and it exceeded my expectations. I got 2 beef empanadas, an order of buñuelos, which is like a hush puppy type.
Oh.
I think it was like a Colombian cheese on the inside.
There's cheese in that?
That was the cheese,
Oh.
like inside. And then I got patacones, which are like tostones, but I think it was like a green tomato, a fried green tomato.
Oh, it's good.
With a crema sauce. So filling, but so good. And then before that, we got at that coffee cart, we got matchas. What do you know? Best matcha probably I've had besides Dunkin', because
Really?
Dunkin's more sweeter.
Yeah.
And then this matcha, because like the matchas we've had that aren't sweetened, you know, they're good, but this one was just like a perfect like balance of matcha.
Yeah, I liked it too. And then the same day, later, I got it was supposed to be a peach cold brew, but they were out of cold brew, so it was Americano. It had like a peach whipped cream on top and a peach candy on poked through on a little toothpick sword thing. And it was so good with the sip, and then you had like
The sugary
taste on your lips, so that was really good. So of course we had to get our coffee and matcha fix.
Duh. We didn't have any bagels over the weekend.
No, we didn't. We did go to Waffle House though, and that was freaking good. And the bacon, excuse me, the bacon is just always so good there. And the waffle with pecans.
Oh, wait. Did you talk about McDonald's?
No, I was getting ready to, but then you wanted to talk about the food.
Well,
which
also-
I don't blame you.
Before we get into that, the peach drink reminded me of crumble cookies this week. There's a peach, what is it called? Peach ring or something.
Something like
Peach,
that.
cookie. and they have a Rice Krispie. It's a no-bake Rice Krispie cookie.
Oh, okay.
That's how it's a cookie.
Oh.
And then the Twix. We've been dying to try the Twix for what, over a year now.
Yeah, because the closest one to us was what, like
Cleveland,
an hour,
like an hour and a half. Yeah.
And now that it's only like 10 minutes away, we gonna be getting Twixies.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
I hope it lives up to the hype we have in our
I'm
head.
just so excited for the chilled.
Oh, I love a chilled cookie.
Hopefully the wine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's died
But I'm
down
gonna
a bit.
wait it out.
Oh, we're waiting
But
for
people
you.
are gonna want the Twix, I think.
Oh. Okay, so going back to the morning before we left for Nashville.
Wow. The night before, I'm like, your girl's getting a McGriddle in the morning.
Oh. Why did McDonald's get rid of the bagel sandwich?
Yeah.
Why?
I know. It was lit.
So disappointing. Anyway.
Remember it came with that like cream, what was it called? It was like a...
I don't know what it was, but some McDonald's seemed to have it and some didn't. I don't know what it was, but it was delicious.
It was...
So we stopped there. We were gonna go through the drive-thru, but it was super busy, so we were like, oh, let's just go inside. Wrong choice.
Wrong choice.
So we ordered fine. That went quick, and then we're waiting in line. Along with the food taking quite a bit to get to us, we had to deal with an awkward encounter. Cringy, may I add.
Like, I want to leave this.
Well, you did leave me, so.
You told me I could.
I know, but inside I'm like, please don't.
But I was going to leave even sooner than that, but I did not want to leave you with this perv.
Yeah, perv. So he orders after us, and then...
I think he was in line, waiting to order. That's when it started. He was just like...
At first, he was just staring.
Yeah, looking up and down.
Literally just standing there. We're literally like 2 feet away. And he's just... And I you just feel it without even looking, and it just makes you so uncomfortable. And then he ends up asking if we go to UT.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
And it's like, you never want to like give information out, and it's like, but I'm also like, don't want to be rude, but it's like, well, I'm also uncomfortable.
And people
But
just...
Then it ended up talking about, he asked me where I went, and I went back to school in Illinois. And I said I own my jewelry business, blah, 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 and he just kept asking questions. And
It's like, dude, catch a vibe here. Like, we're not interested in talking to you.
caught a vibe.
Baby, are you?
Yeah, so that was really uncomfortable, and
I wanted
and
to
then
leave
and then Emily leaves, and I'm still waiting for my iced coffee, and then he gets really irate with the McDonald's workers. He's like, I just want a sweet tea. I don't care what size it is. Just give me a sweet tea. And I'm like, why do people treat people like that? I've been waiting longer than you, and I'm just chilling here waiting for my iced coffee. And so with all the questions he asked, which were like vague questions, we didn't give our name, we didn't give the name of my business.
No.
Knows nothing except for, I did say we're on the way to a market, so I'm like, oh great, he's gonna rob us. So how my brain works is I think he's gonna use all those details that are so vague and try and find, and he's gonna find us on Instagram, based on where you look out the window, he's gonna find our place, get in our loft with our code, get a key, find our apartment, get a key, and kill our cat.
Our minds went there.
And guess what I did? I deleted my,
Or you probably archived it or something.
I archived my Instagram post of like when we first moved here, and I'm like pointing to our door, because in my head I'm like, he's gonna rob, kill Gilly, and who knows what else. So the beginning of the trip I was all worried about that for probably 30 minutes. I'm like, Mom, he's gonna kill Joe.
Oh.
I have this fear that when we're gone anywhere, that we're gonna come home to Gil being slaughtered, and that's very graphic. But I have this fear that someone is just gonna do that. So yeah.
But it didn't happen. She's alive. We're all good.
So now I can probably put the post back on.
This is really good. Like the jalapeno. And the bite of bacon is like the perfect heat. Like, I've had jalapenos where it's just like,
Can I try it?
yeah.
Try
And
mine.
that's really good.
You want to try mine?
How is it?
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah.
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 You have lipstick on it.
Sorry. So speaking of McDonald's again, we got it for dinner the other night, and I've been getting cheeseburgers more lately because chicken nuggets, they be giving me gristles.
Chicken in general.
And it just ruins your whole appetite, even if you have like 5 nuggets left. And then I was asking Mom, I was like, what's that purple guy's name? You know, like all the characters that they had years ago. And she's like, Grimace. And I'm like, it should be Gristle. Yeah.
Fitting.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, chicken's like on my top 3 of favorite foods. But when I hit a freaking grist,
It's over.
it's over. Game
Is
over.
it even chicken?
Because it's like, oh, yummy,
Have you
yummy,
seen
yummy,
those?
bite.
It's like, have you seen the videos though? It's like pink goop.
Okay, don't say goop.
Well.
What do you mean goop?
Look it up on YouTube.
Pink goop? Give me your phone.
I'm telling you.
I don't understand.
We do not want to know what goes on there. But what do? We continue to go to McDonald's.
I just typed in chicken nugget. Chicken rugs. Chicken.
Yeah,
Oh my
but-
gosh, I can't type. Chicken nugget gristle.
Ew, not gristle.
Why?
I'm talking the whole nugget is made out of pink
Oh, right. Yeah, I knew that. I thought you were talking about the gristle was goop. I was
goop.
like,
No, what even is a gristle?
I want to look now. What is a gristle?
Even the word is disgusting.
Yeah. What is a gristle? A griddle. Oh my gosh, I can't type. I hate your phone.
I hate your phone.
Gristle's cartilage. Especially when found as tough, inedible tissue in meat.
I'm not getting them.
Yeah, you will.
That ruins it for me. Sorry.
But I love
Ew.
chicken and I'll keep eating it.
Mm.
It's very rare though when I come across gristles. So I keep going.
Okay.
I think that's it. I thought I had something else, but
This was one of the main things we wanted to talk about because it just gets me heated. We were on the way, or actually Mom told me about it the day before, but we were kind of looking stuff up on the way to Nashville. Squatters. Apparently, if you have property that you own and have yet to move in, so like you're renovating, and someone goes into your home and starts living there and stays there, what, you have to fight it to get them out of there? And they can stay?
you bought the property already?
It's your property. But it's called, let me look it up to get this right. It makes me so freaking mad. And I don't know what the laws are. Squatters' rights. They should have no rights when it's...
She's heated.
Oh, in Tennessee, there's no such thing as squatters' rights. So get it, Tennessee. I gotta know what this is. It makes me so mad because it's like, I own this. You need to leave. You need to leave.
You need to leave.
So, squatting is the action of occupying an abandoned or unoccupied area of land or a building, usually residential, that the squatter does not own, rent, or otherwise have lawful permission to use. So, but then you have to go through all kinds of loopholes and in court or something to get them out.
No.
Leave.
I don't even like that word, squatters. That just sounds weird.
Wait, how long do you have to... Long-term squatters can eventually become the registered owner of a property if they have occupied it continuously for 10 years.
The fuck?
Of all the laws there are out there, and you're telling me that someone can just waltz on up into my land or property and end up being the owner when they're not? I paid for it.
There's got to be a better understanding of this. I don't get it. Did you want to do your Shrek thing?
Yeah, it reminds me of when all those fairy tale creatures are on Shrek's land, his swamp, and then when he's making the deal with Lord Farquaad, he's like, here's the deed to your swamp, and he's like, and the squatters?
And the squatters.
And the squatters.
Oh, but that makes me so mad. Like, what is that? What does that even mean?
That's
like
silly.
That's like, when Mom told me about it, I was just like, and then that got kind of led into some weird things
that Mom came across on the way to the
I don't remember how she
market.
found it. It was about how the postal service worked back. Let me see how long ago it was. It might have been early 1900s, but let me see. She sent the link. And it was like, let's see. Wrong group. Okay, so she came across this article that said, this is the headline. When people use the postal service to mail their children.
Well,
To mail their what?
why would someone even wait? Why would you send your children off in the first place?
This family paid 15 cents for their son,
A whole whopping 15
for their
cents.
infant son's stamps, and an unknown amount to insure him for $50. He's only worth $50. They handed him over to the mailman, who dropped the boy off at his grandmother's house about a mile away.
What?
And I was like, Mom, why wouldn't they just ask the mailman for a favor? What are you doing putting stamps on your infant son? You putting them on his little baby hairs? What are we doing? And then it's just like all these, think about all the rules and regulations the Postal Service has now, and we were shipping children.
They were in a box, really?
No, I don't know. It's like they were just sitting in the truck with the postman. That's why I was like, just ask the dude for a favor.
Exactly.
Be like, hey, can you take my son to their
Or just
grandmother's?
walk him down. It's a mile. Just walk him down to the grandmother's. I don't get it.
Oh my gosh. Someone mailed their 6-year-old daughter from her home in Florida to her father's home in Virginia. 720 miles, the longest postal trip of the children Pope had identified, and cost 15 cents in stamps. Why are we paying for stamps?
Just the fact that you're mailing a child.
Why are we paying for stamps?
I don't know.
So odd, right?
Odd.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, Back on the squatters thing, I found that they can eventually become the legal owner without paying for it.
No.
No. Just no.
No.
No. Why is that a thing?
I think that's ridiculous. Let me see this.
All right, quit.
I want to look up.
Hey.
I will look up random weird facts.
Yeah.
I want to get heated here.
I want to get angry.
Obscure and unknown facts. Wait, what's this? No. 25. No. Dolphins sleep with one eye open.
One eye open when I'm sleeping. One eye. One eye open when I'm sleeping. One eye. Well, we'll put that video here so they know why we're singing it that way.
One eye open when I'm sleeping. One eye open when I'm sleeping.
Alfred Hitchcock was frightened of eggs.
Why?
I don't get it.
That's odd.
Pigs don't sweat. I love sweating.
Huh?
I love to sweat.
Okay.
Like working out. Like I love good sweat.
Okay.
You don't get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Umbrellas were once only used by women. Odd.
What, like parasols? Is that what they're called?
Ew. Spider webs were used as bandages in ancient times.
That kind of makes sense, kind of like, you know, when you wrap your ankle or you know.
Listen, a woman who lost her wedding ring found it 16 years later on a carrot in her garden. How? And it looks like a finger. And it's bitten into.
Is it a 16 carat?
Ha 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 ha.
24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so fast. Look out. No.
No way. The inventor of the Pringles can is now buried in one.
His ashes, unless they made a huge Pringles can.
I don't know.
Pringles be thin now. They skimp. They skimping.
They do?
Yeah, they're thin. I like the Lay's stacks better now because they have some substance to them.
Huh?
And they don't have as much cheese.
I think I have a hell of hair. It would only take 1 hour to drive to space. The whole space idea, just, I don't get it. Like the interstellar
Well, yeah, it doesn't
stuff.
take them long to actually hit the I can't think of the word. What do you call it? The atmosphere, like leave our atmosphere. But that reminds me too. How do printers work?
I don't
Seriously,
know.
we were at Office Depot. I was printing some things for my biz, and it's crazy how it can print such detail in the right colors so quickly. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't either.
There's a lot of things I don't get. Like, I can't wrap my brain around.
Yeah.
Like, space for that is just...
Yeah. The time differences.
Internet,
Mm-mm.
Wi-Fi. I can't think of anything else.
Crying makes you feel happier.
Crying? I thought you said crime. I'm like, oh, no wonder these people are bad. That's probably good.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know what did they tag us or something? Einstein?
Oh, really?
I don't know. Why'd they post?
Is it
Or just follow them?
approved? Hashtag approved. What's that mean?
Go to it.
Okay. We got hashtag approved from Einstein Bros Bagels from our story today.
Is that the Einstein Road or no?
Yeah.
It's
Check
only
mark.
32,000 now.
They're check marked though.
Einstein Rose in the house.
We were approved. So
Cool.
we
Stamped.
are
Approved.
famous.
Basically, we are the CEO of Einstein Rose.
Basically, we're the #1 podcast in the world.
Let's see. I was just gonna say I'm really hot right now, which leads me to the heat index today is like 100 to 103 or 105, and the feels like temp is 103. Whoa! So I'm gonna go outside naked.
Hope you don't.
I won't, because it's illegal. Which is probably another weird fact somewhere. There's gotta be.
Well, there's like naked colonies.
Oh, right. I just don't understand that. Why would you expose yourself to
And
the
then-
world?
And then you people sitting in chairs and furniture naked, and someone else is coming up and taking your spot. Sweaty
Heck
ass
no.
crack. And ball juice.
No thanks. I don't subscribe.
No.
I know.
We didn't really have too much of a plan, so bear with us here.
Yeah. Oh, there's a couple things we were gonna talk about last episode, I think. One of them was last episode when we talked about like throwback stuff.
Well, injuries.
Oh, well, that's true.
Which I forgot to talk about one of my injuries that just happened a few weeks ago. We were having a picnic out on this little place by the lake, and we always play games. Bring like a frisbee
Yard games
and football. I can't remember what was Dad throwing to me.
Probably the football.
And he was like, you know, like when you play and you throw it up in the air and you're like, or you throw it and they're like 5, 4, like they count you down to get to it. So I ran because I'm competitive, and I ran and I literally hit my finger on my thigh running up, and it jammed, and I'm like, I broke my finger. And this was like days before I had to get started making for the big market, and it still hurt. It was fine.
I was gonna ask how
it felt like I was gonna pass out, but it still hurts a little bit. Like when I carry heavy things, like if I carry the trash out and it hits from, and sometimes my ring doesn't. Yeah, see, sometimes my ring won't come off because it gets. But yeah, so I hurt my finger running. Yeah,
it happens.
Does it though?
I don't know. Let's see.
Were we talking about cringy things that happened, or?
Well, we can, because we have plenty.
Well, the one that I'll never forget was we were in Walmart, and I saw someone I went to high school with, and they were like, "Hey,
What's up, Paige?
Hey, Paige, what's up?" And I go, "Good."
And me.
I was like, "Hey, good." And then this one here laughs so loud it echoes in freaking Walmart and makes it even much more awkward. And we're just running down an aisle like dying. I'm like, oh my god, I hate myself. I hate myself. And then that reminds me too that in this past week I have said hi to 2 people that I thought was somebody else. And I was like, hey, how are you? And they're like, hi. Or the girl yesterday was like, hi, just out for a run. And then I'm like, this is not who I thought it was.
Oops.
Twice.
Mom's like, you're just a nice person.
And I was like, sure, if that's what you want to say to justify my awkwardness.
Yeah.
But then they're maybe in their head, they're like, should I know her?
Speaking of Walmart, your protein deal.
Oh, freaking. Oh my gosh, this was years ago. I was probably 22, 20.
Well, I was like 20. I was 20.
So 23. And her boyfriend at the time needed us to pick up some protein for him at Walmart. And I think mom checked out, bought it with her card, and here I am. I'm about to just grab the bag from the spinny thing and head out. And the worker's like, oh, no. You can't grab the bag. And I'm like, excuse me? What? She's like, you have to be at least 18 to grab that bag. Excuse me? One, I don't look at least 18 to you, and 2, it's a freaking bag. I'm carrying a bag. So apparently, the protein, you had to be a certain age to buy it and take it out of the store. It's freaking powder, and I'm 23.
Again, hate that I don't look my age.
But to think I couldn't grab a plastic bag.
It's like,
what are we doing here? What are we doing?
People take their jobs way too seriously.
Yeah, I probably would be one of those people because I'm so particular though. No, I wouldn't want to be, but I would follow the rules.
No, I don't think you'd speak up. You just let it be.
Yeah, but then I'd be like, I'm gonna get fired.
Yeah.
And then I'd lay in bed at night and be like, oh no, I let that kid take the bag. He carried the bag out the store.
Couple random things that I know people relate to. One is when it's raining and your windshield wipers are going.
I always think this.
You check other people's speed.
Yeah.
To make sure,
am I like judging this rain?
Yeah,
accurately?
right. And then when I see nobody's going, I'm like,
they're probably thinking, oh, she's bizarre for having her windshield wipers on.
Yeah.
She needs to relax.
She needs to slow down. And also, like when you're really concentrating on like making sure you're going the right direction or like following the map, and you're like, gotta turn the music down. I gotta see better.
Is that, or you enter a neighborhood and you're like trying to find the
I think it's
address?
just like the concentration.
I know,
thing.
but it's funny.
I gotta see better. Turn it down.
Okay, yeah.
Gosh.
What else we got? Well, we were talking about cringe and awkwardness. How about we showcase some of our first few Instagram posts?
Yikes.
Well, I know what my first one is. This. My eyeball.
This was what year though?
2000.
This is probably when Instagram
I mean,
first came in.
Instagram was just starting to pick up, I think, after I graduated high school. So my first picture was of my eyeball.
I probably had an eye pic too. I
You
posted
did.
my food too. No one
Well, I
cares.
posted all kinds of. Well, food is a thing, but
And
like
I
not
posted
aesthetically
pictures of
pleasing.
you when you were a kid. I'm like,
Just me?
or
No, you didn't. It was you and me in that swing. Probably.
oh, but no, there's a picture. Of, not when you were a kid, but there was a picture of you on there. Just you.
Oh, was
I
it
didn't
my
know how to-
birthday?
I don't
It might have been
know.
my birthday. The black and white one where I'm like, like that.
No.
Okay. Well, we'll
There-
insert,
I just didn't
we'll
know
insert
how to,
our
so.
a collage here of our most cringy Instagram posts. It's like, what were we doing?
I didn't know how to, and I remember just like having one follower for so long. It was just
Like,
like
the same few people.
that,
would
that-
like
and
it.
I was like, how does this work? I just kept scrolling through, and I just kept seeing the same person. I was like, that's the only person I follow. And I was like, what is this?
So much has changed.
I know.
Ugh. Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about.
Me either. This is like one of the first ones where like, what do we say?
We were so busy this weekend that we didn't really give it much thought,
Yeah,
besides those few topics.
but
Do
you have any ideas for like future pods that we're gonna do like theme wise?
Well, we did. We talked to Bree. We talked to Bree, and she said it'd be fun if we like made our own bagels and like while we were in the kitchen, did our podcast.
Yeah.
We also put out something on our story about like funny TikToks, and we could do reaction videos, but we didn't get any.
Okay.
I think we could do one maybe where we feature like funny home videos, break things down. What else? Like we did today, kind of, but have it more planned out. Maybe what topics of weird facts.
Yeah,
and
today
things
was just
that-
kind of like random.
I hope this one doesn't suck.
Oh well.
The bagels didn't.
No.
So
How was your fruit?
Get your Einstein bagels. They have so many to choose from. And I'm really wanting to get a sandwich there now too. I think it was like a turkey avocado.
Yes. Ooh, yes. There's like a farmhouse one with like, the avocado one looks really good too. But
I love me some avocados.
I think you get to pick your bagel.
Yeah.
So next Sunday after church, I'm thinking we're gonna get a sandwich.
Okay. One more thing I saw on our list was I think we were watching Impractical Jokers, and one of their challenges was to ask somebody in the workplace. It was just them and one other person in this like bunch of cubicles, and they are going to ask them if they could practice their pitch for their new product. And this one guy was like, one of them asked, "Hey, would you mind if I could pitch this to you?" And they're just like, he's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And I was like, I love me a good I love me a jolly good fell.
Oh, he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. I don't know the rest.
That nobody can deny. That was good.